Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee D&D. I am your host, Coffee Horse, and with me today are my gracious players. I have Stygius Numera, played by Cody.
Greetings.
I have Damacles, played by Toast.
What up?
I got Rico Thornblade, played by Hunter.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And I got Quill, played by Demray.
Hey.
I was about to say the silence is strong.
I was debating between hi and hey.
That's when you fuck up and you go, huh.
Man, I hate
No,
that
I didn't.
decision.
My brain
Hi
just
and
went
hey.
blank.
Just gotta hit that Minecraft villager.
Huh.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little handy-dandy recap here for everybody. Last time, we spent the whole episode in combat. You guys took on the ambush outside a saloon. It was a tough fight, but after defeating 4 people that were trying to take the book and watching all of the people that were moving that book die in the most gruesome way possible from a little raccoon friend, you guys finished killing him off and met Rick the Raccoon, which has some very interesting pasts with some of our players. You guys walked back to the tavern and saloon, and you guys took a long rest. That's really all that happened. Not a whole lot happened. And that's where we start, in the morning, after you guys had received your long rest, so make sure you guys all press that long rest button. Rick, the last thing he said is he was going to go to his stash and get the papers and parchments that he received to do this job. And you were supposed to meet him in the morning down at the bar. And that's where we start.
Alrighty. Well, I suppose I'd like to start off with getting some breakfast. How about you all?
That sounds absolutely lovely to me.
Yep.
As you guys wander downstairs, you guys go to the bottom floor of the tavern, where you see Ron is serving Rick the Raccoon some breakfast and several bottles of pirate's rum.
Ah, that bastard again?
As you guys walk down the stairs, he looks over to you, acknowledges your presence, grabs a bottle, and downs it.
I'd like to just ask the bartender for some ale.
Ron goes, "Yeah, I'll get you some tankards."
Pirates rum for
Run.
me.
Could I also get some grub?
Yeah, I'll get you breakfast. Stygius, you too?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, I'll get breakfast. You guys all want breakfast or just the liquor for you two?
Just the liquor for me.
Liquor will do me fine too, boss.
All right, I'll get that served right up. You see, he grabs a couple tankards, fills them up with some ale, and hands them over to you. Damacles. Quill, he grabs a couple bottles of pirate's rum, throws them on the counter, and goes back to the room to start breakfast for Stygius and Rico. Rick pipes up at this moment. He goes, "Well, I have what you need. I found the papers in my stash last night, so if you guys all want to know what I know, I can tell you."
Oh, what do you know?
By all means.
You see Rick reaches into a satchel and pulls a bundle of papers out of this very small satchel. Cody, you can assume that this is probably a bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out several pieces and he says, "Well, here's what they sent me. Here's what they sent me. It's an offer with half up front. These other papers are just mumbo jumbo about where the location is, where to meet the guys, to where to bring the book, and where to drop it off to, and the person I'm supposed to drop it off to. And then there's this one. I can't read it, but I was able to determine that it's written in primordial. I've been a lot of places, and there's one or two people that I've heard of that could read primordial. One's in Lathander's Leap, and one's up on Mount Ao. They work in the one on Mount Ao I know quite well. They work in the Library of Creations. What's their name? I think it's Cinder Grimworm. Or Grimworn? I'm not too sure, but last name's a little fuzzy, but she knows primordial quite well.
Cinder who?
Grimworm. WORN.
In the town of where?
He said Mount Ao. She works in the Library of Creations.
Okay.
Do one of you grab these texts? He hands them out to you. He's like,
yes.
The last one I can't read. Quill, you grab it?
Yeah.
Well, that works out quite well.
Yeah, at that moment, Quill, when you're holding that paper that's written in primordial, you feel a weird heat coming from your pack. Specifically the place that you have that one bounty or that one weird note that you picked up off of the bulletin board in Musgraves about someone wanting someone in Mount Ao.
Okay.
It feels warm, like it's growing in heat.
The text does?
Not the one in your hands, but the one that's in your bag.
Okay, I'm going to pull that out then.
As you do, it's warm to the touch. It almost feels like it's about to burst into flames. And
hey, Stygius. And I show him.
There's something new on that page.
Oh, what does it say?
As you show it to Stygius, you and Quill, Stygius, you guys see. It says, I am Cinder Grimoire, the maker of this letter. I need to speak to the four of you ASAP.
Appears to be some sort of transfer of writing across distances. It's fascinating. I'd actually like to roll Arcana.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
That's a 14.
14. You can tell that this wasn't like a transfer of writing. You can tell it was a glyph that was activated by a certain command. You're unable to determine what the command was from what is conspired, but you realize that this was a glyph of writing that would illuminate this text at a certain point.
Scratch that, yeah. This is not as in... oh gosh, what's a smart word? This is not as complicated as I thought. But all the same, we're heading that direction anyways. Thank you for the information. Do you have more to share?
No, that's about all I had. Other than the gold, that's all they sent me. You guys, have you guys been up to Musgraves recently?
Yes.
Did you guys meet someone by the name of Hot Cook?
Can I roll a...
We did. We did meet Hawk.
We did? Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't remember.
I distinctly remember that goofy ass fucking name.
Okay, then I looked to Damacles, and who was Hawkhook again?
Well, fuck. Hold on. Where's my notes? Because I don't know what he did. I don't remember what he did. But I know he had that stupid ass fucking name. I wrote it down somewhere.
Stupid ass name, and he had a hook for a hand.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't that the driver? You're nodding your head. I can see you.
Yeah.
He's the driver of the cart. The guy we gagged and stuffed, and then he jumped out the
Oh.
window.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Oh, no.
I knew he had some kind of fucking relevance in the back of my head.
I totally forgot his name.
Forgive that.
Oh, well, that was apparently who I was supposed to deliver the book to, so.
Oh, well, he's dead.
I don't know what I expected if you guys got a hold of him.
I would like to glare at Stygius because I was fucking right again about that guy.
Wait, sorry. You were meant to deliver that book to him?
Yeah, he was
Oh,
supposed
no,
to,
he's not dead.
he was supposed to take me into the camp, and I was supposed to drop off the book there.
Apparently, Quill's having short-term memory loss.
Perfect. We could strap a bomb to you and send you in.
Rico, you're lucky that I don't make you a bomb.
Hey, I'm just saying, you already stabbed me and basically killed me once.
I can do
I'd
it
be
again.
curious as to know the chemical composition of that bomb.
With the power that I hold, I can do a hell of a lot more. I don't even need the chemicals.
Gross.
Hmm.
Well, what are you guys off to next?
We need
I mean, we have
to...
So-
pay.
Go ahead.
Am I correct in thinking there's 3 of these books, right?
There's 2.
2 books? Okay.
2 books.
Rampage of the Unshackled and Merkel's Binding. And we possess Merkel's Binding.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, we would need the other one.
Do we know where the other one is?
Yes, it's in Mount Eos, in the Library of
Oh,
Creation.
okay. With Cinder. Oh.
Yes, and I'd still like to check on my father and mother in the area as well.
Yeah, because you remember, you kind of need him to get to the book.
Yes. So that's where we need to head next. However, what do we do with Merkel's Binding? What do you all think? I'd say there's some options here, in truth. We hold on to it. We could potentially read it, learn from it.
I definitely don't think we should open the book.
We could destroy it. That would
I also don't think that's a good idea.
just merely laying out options, and
We could bury it.
I mean, it was on its
I
way to
thought
the
of that.
Kingdom of Helm for safekeeping.
true. Could return it to the air quotes owner. Perhaps it'd be. Do I know anything about the Library of Creation? I'd like to roll for that if possible.
Roll a history check for me.
That's a 13.
You don't know a whole lot. You did read some texts when you were in school, though, that the Library of Creations holds a lot of powerful magical books. It's one of the two vaults that is on the islands that is known to hold really powerful tomes and god binding spells and god binding books. Um, in the restriction section, of course. The other part of it is just that is where the oldest known history books are.
Got it. Thank you.
Rick looks over to you guys. Well, I'm not heading that direction anytime soon. I think I might actually be heading back to the old stomping grounds, Quill.
You mean the forest just outside of here?
Yeah, just on the far end of Mount Ao, down towards the bottom in the land of the white trees, in the forest of Malar.
Okay, well, have fun.
Yeah, I'll be at the cave. You know where that is.
Yep.
Oh, and also, I hear there's a new archdruid in Malar's Grove, so be careful going through there. I hear it's an older elven woman.
Yeah, I think she might be after me.
Yeah, I'd watch out. I've seen that bounty around. I was wondering if that was you.
Elven woman. Who is this? And I look to Quill.
Whoever is in charge of the Malar Grove, I don't think I would know her.
You would not. But you've had a lot of run-ins with the Malar Rangers, and
They don't tend to like me.
in your wolf form, at least. You haven't really ran into them in person.
I see. Well, I suppose we'll have to move carefully in that direction.
Oh, and hey, Rico, come here for a second. Rick goes to pull you aside, Rico. He leads you over to the corner of the bar. Do you go with?
I guess. I like kind of. I look at Rick, look back at the group, look at Rick, look back at the group, and then finally decide to follow him, but like slowly and cautiously.
He walks you
The
over.
word you're looking for is apprehensively, brother.
There we go.
Nothing but love.
He walks you over to the corner and he goes, "You know, Rico, I know I've been kind of ripping into you, and literally in the sense as well with my friends here." He pulls up his two swords.
You don't say.
But I got to give you a little shit. When I started out doing what you're doing, the whole rogue thing, it was rough. It took me a while to get where I was today. And I know he talks to you. And if he hasn't, he will.
What do you mean?
You know who I'm talking about, right? Musk?
Maybe. Oh.
Mask?
Oh. See? Easy to make that switch up, but yeah. I've heard from him.
He looks to you for I don't know the reason. I don't understand it. This is between me and you, but I'm one of his chosen. The reason I'm able to move and do what I can do is I have some gifts of his. That's why when you wouldn't see me, I could see you, or I would flash from place to place, but nonetheless, Mask looks to you. Maybe as another chosen? I don't know anymore. I mean, I've been around for a long fucking time.
You mean he's like actually talking to me for a reason?
If he's reached out, it's probably for a reason.
Oh, okay. Well, if I'm chosen, okay.
Don't get your head up your ass now.
I'll try not to, but if I can fucking teleport, man, I mean...
I don't teleport. I just move really fucking quick.
Oh, well, cool.
Keep that to yourself, though.
Oh, of course.
No one needs...
Is there anything else I need to, like, know or look out for? Or anything special to do?
No. It'll all come in due time.
Okay. I'll keep my eyes peeled for signs.
There won't be a sign. He's not that simple. Fucking idiot. You see, he grabs the bottle that he has in his hand somehow. Wasn't there before, now it is. Just keep it to yourself. He'll reach out at some point.
Oh, trust me. People wouldn't believe me even if I did say something.
Yeah, I got that.
Well, thanks for the update.
You're welcome. Now I'm taking off. You guys all take care.
See you, Rick.
You can't leave me without teaching me how to use this pistol.
Oh, here. He walks over to you, Damacles.
I need the skills.
He pulls out his revolver and he says, You see how it has one prongy thingy at the very end of the barrel and it's got two really close?
Yes.
You put your eye in line with the one that's at the end of the barrel through the two that are at the front of the barrel, and you shoot. Give it a try.
I would like to pull out my pistol and attempt to. Is there like a post or a poster around or something like that?
There's a poster on the wall.
Okay, I would like to attempt to shoot dead center of that poster.
Okay, make an attack roll for me.
Okay,
This would be a dex, by the way.
21 to hit.
You do right as he says and you shoot straight.
Right on, right on, right on.
Now, practice with it a little more so you don't shoot yourself in the fucking foot.
All right. I'll make sure I practice before I use it in battle.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Otherwise, you might end up shooting one of them.
That would be mighty unfortunate.
Yeah, yes, it would. Don't shoot Quill, though. She will get fucking pissed.
Duly noted. All right. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. He walks over to you, Quill, and he puts up his little arm with a little fist.
And I fist bump him.
All right, peace out. And in a flash, you see the raccoon pull up his hood, and just a black streak just shoots out of the bar. Right at that moment, Ron comes out and he goes, "Oh, here's your food," and sets it in front of you, Rico, and Eustygius.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thanks, Ron. I could really use this now. I worked up quite the appetite trying to think.
Yo, that's so crazy.
That's nuts. Quill, you feel something in your hand.
What is it?
It's a little note.
I'm gonna read it.
It's written in Druidic. Can you read Druidic?
Yes.
Okay. It says, Quill, the old elven woman looks a lot like you. Beware and be careful passing by the grove and the small town outside the grove. The watch and the guards are all looking for you, that wolf form of you. See you soon. Take care. Rick.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? You have a lot of options.
I was gonna say, are we going to meet Stygius's parents first, or are we going to the Library of Creations first?
I have a list of options. I have the list of your guys' options. I went through and made a list of what you guys.
All right, lay it on me. Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
So, in order to get to the Library of Creations, you need access to the restricted section. So you have to go to Kellenbor.
What is this, Harry Potter?
To meet Stygius's
You
father.
with that restricted section.
You also have that note that says something about going to the town of Mount Ao. You also do have that bounty to find a basilisk egg. And you have to figure out what you're going to do with Merkel's binding.
My vote is to head for my parents' place to see what happened, check in, and since we need my father to get into the portion of the library creation we need, I'd say that's a good start. He may have some good advice about this book as well.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe if
Sounds
we
like a good plan.
get into the library and learn a little bit more about these books, we can better decide what to do with it.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Well, Stygius, you want to lead the way?
Yes, well, I suppose, but perhaps we should plan for traveling while possibly being hunted by a bounty hunter. How do we want to go about that?
I say we let him come. Take him on full force.
Cam,
Yes.
do I would need ammunition for this pistol most of the time, yes or no?
I'm not worried about ammunition. You just have simple bullets. If you want, like, if you get more special ammunition for it, which you can find, you will have to kind of keep a little more track of that. But I'm pretty lenient on ammunition.
Okay, I just need to know so I can write down what I've used, what I have, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about the ammunition of just straight bullet shots. It's like if you had a bow and you shoot simple arrows, I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Then I would say I probably just need to practice with this gun a little bit more, and I'm ready for anything.
All right. Well, suppose we'll restock up on rations and perhaps we can practice along the way then.
Right on.
As long as it's
Cam. Oh, what were we saying? Sorry.
No, go for it.
Okay. So I would like to know if there is a merchant around that could sell me a switch for my gun.
A switch?
Yes or no?
What do you mean by switch?
Like a Nintendo Switch.
No, like
Like a trigger?
kind of. You know, one that would.
It's a simple revolver, is
It
what it
could be as
is.
simple. It could be as simple. Is it at least double action? Can I shoot fast with it?
If I mean, you're not proficient in it, so you can't slam the barrel. No.
God damn it. Okay. I'm trying to be King Vaughn in this bitch. And I can't. He's not letting me.
Hey, I'm just saying that, like, in order to have the ability to fucking slam the hammer, you need to be proficient with the gun, and it'll take you
How
about.
long?
If you spend your downtime, it'd probably take about 7 days of downtime before you're at least proficient.
No. What about some uptime?
Uptime?
What if I'm just running around shooting everything?
Until you've taken the downtime to really learn how to use it and learn how it works, I can't give you the proficiency.
Tragic. It is what it is.
You know, and it could take truly however long. You have to roll for how well your day goes, pretty much, on trying to learn how to use it.
Right.
So.
Just roll a bunch of nat 20s.
Well, you have to have 7 successes. What the fuck? You have to have 7 successes, and a d20, natural 20 counts for 2. So.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, what's your guys' plan?
Oops.
Do you guys need to get any supplies before we hit the road?
I don't need anything.
Yeah, I think just stock up on usual rations and hit the road.
Think so.
Perfect. Shall we head up to meet your parents there, Stygius?
Yes, I'm quite worried about them. Let's head out as soon as possible.
All right. Stygius, you would know how long the travel would be from here to Saloon, from Kelvindrone to Saloon.
How far is that?
You can make it to the Malar outpost, which is which is in between Kelvindrone and Saloon, and that's 96 miles, which is 4 days worth of travel. And then it's another 96 miles to Kelvindrone. It's 8 days of travel.
That would give me so much time to practice with my handgun. It's not even funny, dude.
Hey, you could be proficient by the time we got
I was about
there.
to say, I could be proficient this episode, bro. Let's go.
Travel montage and shooting montage. Yeah, so I relay. It's a 4-day trip to the outpost here, and 4 days more to where we need to be. We can restock up and check the situation there at the outpost and continue on. I suppose, now that I come to think of it, how well are we doing on gold, though, as well?
I am broke, but I could probably bring Ron a animal and make some money.
I have 10 platinum, 41 gold, and 75 silver.
Oh, and you guys found about like I'll say like 100, a bag of about 100 platinum, a bag of about 500 gold, and another small bag full of about 250, about a bag of about 5 gems worth about 250 each, off of the people at the ambush.
Damn.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
I'd say we're set for a little second.
Yeah, never mind. I think we're good as well.
And you guys can split that up however.
I was about to say, what is that? 4 ways.
A good time.
It's 25 platinum.
All right. So 20.
125 gold?
Well, 5 gems worth 250, so it's 250 plus. Yeah, how much gold did you say?
No, each gem is worth 250.
Yeah.
About 5
but-
gems worth 250. So that's
Oh, okay. So 50.
1250?
Wait.
yeah, 1250. It would be 1,250.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
And then
250
you have,
each person. Oh, no, wait. Well,
and then you have 500 500 pieces of gold, and then 100 platinum.
okay.
So 1750 for gold.
Perfect.
And then platinum is 10 gold each, so you have 1,000 gold there. So
Oh, well, we could just knock out that fucking middleman and put 25 platinum in everybody's inventory.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait, so what did we just... What was the gold?
I'll shut up.
I got
Let you
that-
guys decide this.
There's 1750 gold. Okay, we calculated that from the bag of gold and the gems.
Okay.
So, somebody calculate me. Cam, what the fuck are you doing
Oh,
right now?
just divide by 4. All right.
Heading
Yeah.
Pikachu.
I look up from my notebook and you are cuddling a creature.
All right. We
It's 437
Yep. And 5
is
silver pieces.
17. Yeah.
Wait, what?
437 pieces of gold is what we get to add each.
And then how many silver?
5.
Well, there was the bag of silver too, though,
Oh.
wasn't there?
No.
God, there wasn't?
Okay.
I thought you said something about silver. Okay, and then you said 5 silver pieces?
Perfect.
And then 25 platinum to each of you.
Yep.
Which one is silver, EP or SP?
SP. EP
What-
does
what the
not
hell is-
exist. It is just a scam that Dungeons and
Okay.
Dragons made.
it's
I
a
was gonna say, what the
scam.
fuck
He
is
says,
EP?
nobody uses Electrum in my campaigns.
It's half of the gold. Only the dwarves use it, and dwarves are very far away from you. Not
He says,
really.
it's a fucking 50-cent coin. They stopped making it in 1974.
I like how I'm so glad none of you guys have asked the year, because I don't even know what the fuck I would say.
A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Probably. Shit. I'd probably have to look at my notes. It'd probably be like
2019?
1785.
no. It would be like 300 AC.
Nobody understood my Red Dead reference, and I'm upset.
Sorry.
300 AC, which is about, give or take, 300 years after Calamity, after Dawn War.
Cool, bro.
Solid.
Yo, he did not. He did not.
Don't worry, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Homie just decided to fucking create a timeline right here, right now, and you hit him with that. Cool, bro. You're dead. He's rolling D50s for your soul.
Where's my other D100?
Is it not cool? Is that what you're saying?
Motherfucker, you got so lucky. I rolled a 69.
Nice.
69.
Yeah,
You roll
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
I should get a
69s.
bonus for that.
Dude, I'm fucking loaded right now, in case you guys were wondering.
Yeah, we are definitely loaded.
God damn it.
This is the most money I've ever had in D&D.
I've got 836 gold pieces right now.
Good, because that's all you get.
What do you mean that's all I get? How do I... you would tell me I can't find more?
All money is vanishing after this.
I'm gonna start.
No, I'm just going to make
pickpocketing
money worth
bitches.
nothing. The government start overcharging your gold
He
pieces.
says,
Your
he
gold
says I'm going
piece
to
is
implement
worth a
taxes
silver.
into our Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Boo.
Your gold is worth a silver. And your platinum's worth a gold.
I think I would still be rich in terms of where we're at. Taking inflation into account, at least. Okay, are we off on our mystical adventure now? Are we
You
moving?
I
guys are
forgot
off
why
on
we
your
were trying to
mystical
calculate
adventure.
money.
Yay!
Is there any supplies you guys are going to get in town? Let's go through this real quick.
I think I'm out of health potions, low key.
There is a general store you can go to.
I actually have 2 health potions still, so they're greater as well. Well, fuck it. We'll go into that general store. I will, at least. I don't know if they're following, but
All right. You guys follow?
Yep.
I'll follow. Why not?
All right.
I think Rico should pay a visit to the blacksmith.
Blacksmith's been working for a couple days now. He might have some new stuff or might be able to make you guys something.
we'll
I
check
think-
after I hit the general store for show.
Okay. Cool. You guys all
Fuck you, Quill.
You guys all wander to the general store. You walk in and you see the general store has been repaired. And you see a frail old man. He looks to be human, very short though. Almost looks halfling-ish, but he's not. He's just very frail and bent over. And he goes, "Oh, what can I get you guys?"
Well, what do you have?
Well, I have all sorts of stuff. I have rations. I have bed rolls. I have all your supplies for camping and traveling. I also have climbing gear. I do have some health potions in. I also do have
and-
some magical supplies for those who cast spells, and I do also have a few cleric supplies.
You got any drugs?
No, I don't have my coke shipment in yet.
All right, I would like to inquire about those health potions.
So he leads you over to a shelf, and you see there's a spread of about 5 just simple health potions, and he looks to have about 3 greater.
I'll buy all 3 greater health potions.
Well, that'll be 500
500 what?
gold.
Brother, what?
Health potions are expensive.
How did I get 3 of them last time? I know I didn't spend 500 gold last time.
I mean, you could try to strike a deal with them.
Offer Rico.
I can't just offer him a person, Quill.
I don't want
Well, you could.
If you get a kiss on the cheek from him, can we sweeten this deal a little bit? Do you work like that too, buddy?
What?
You don't know about that.
I draw the line there.
Wait, Damacles doesn't know
I
about
will-
that.
Damocles does
I
not
don't,
know about
I don't
that.
know if I.
By the
I
way,
don't know
yeah,
if he
you
would
guys
know
have
about
no
that.
idea
I just
what
thought
the
it was
fuck.
funny.
Hey,
No,
you
you guys
take.
have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
By the way, you take 16 psychic damage, Damocles, for that
Why do I take 16 psychic damage?
because you didn't know, and it hurt your brain so bad that you thought you knew.
What?
Don't sass
Womp
me,
womp.
boy.
Womp womp.
I could what if I gave you a dagger? Could you knock a little bit off, or 2 daggers, knock a little bit off that health potion?
Well, they're really 600 apiece, but I try to be reasonable. I mean, they're actually 600 total. They're 150 each. But I could sell you the lot for 5.
Well, that's not 600 for 3.
Yeah, but the math is wrong.
Well, I'm giving you a bit of a discount. I don't sell a whole lot.
If they're 150 apiece, the total price would be 450.
God's gonna come down and smite you guys.
Look,
I'm
dude,
in
I'm
the
not getting
rack.
scanned by some
He
creepy
is
old man
a
in this general
frail
store.
old man.
That
I'm
doesn't mean
just
he gets
trying
to
to
scam
offer
me.
you some daggers. I'm trying to do some trading here.
Just because he's elderly doesn't mean I get to be scammed.
Do you want them or not?
No, I don't fucking want him. I'm leaving this store.
All right. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I'm gonna let it hit me on the way out, just to spite your old ass.
All right. Do you walk out,
So-
Damocles?
Let the door hit me. How much damage do I take?
Hold on, I got to get my dice.
That's a lot of dice for a door, bro.
It's got spikes.
You take. Ooh.
300 damage.
You take 30 force damage.
What the?
Jeez.
Wait, what did you say? 34ths?
Can you
Force.
explain how this door hits him, please?
So you watch as this old man who has a walking stick pulls up his walking stick, and as Damocles goes to leave before you guys all do, takes the stick and swings it as the door is starting to close, and it fucking launches Damocles about 15 feet off of the steps to the ground.
Damn.
Fucker. You don't want to fucking
Yo,
buy
that's
anything.
crazy.
That door slaps.
So did you say 34 or 34ths?
No, I said 30 damage, okay, but it's force damage, so it is not negated.
Oh. I was so confused. I thought you said 34ths. I was like, you want me to do fucking math to
No.
calculate
No,
how
you
much
take 30
damage I did?
30 damage.
That's what you're gonna have to start doing to torture Huntar. Start making him do math.
Yep, I will. I'll be like, you take 2 times 12 divided by 2 times 13 damage.
All right, that is a bit aggressive.
Where's your next stop?
So, what if I gave you 100 gold?
Oh, are
for
you still
a
in there, Rico?
health potion?
100 gold? Roll a persuasion.
Ah, shit. God damn. Okay, I immediately turn around and walk out of the store. I rolled a natural 1, and I have a -2, so I have a -1.
That's actually crazy.
Rough.
That's nuts. Stygius, Quill, are you guys still in there?
No.
No, I follow Rico out and I say to Rico, so Stygius can't hear. I say, "Don't worry. I think you'll be a lot more persuasive at the blacksmiths."
Shoot her a glare.
Stygius, right before he leaves, he goes, "Are you sure you don't want any? It's what I have to charge. They're that price everywhere else."
Okay, real quick. What are you trying to buy?
Health potions.
Health
It
potion.
was a greater health potion that he was trying to scam me on.
Greater health potions.
They're 150 a piece, but if you buy the whole stack, they're 500.
Yeah,
I'd like.
Fucking
I meant to
bullshit.
say 200 apiece. I meant
I'd
to
like-
say 200 apiece.
I like to look at, pick one of the bottles up and examine it with a professional eye.
Okay. Make an investigation roll or a medicine, your choice.
That's a 22 for investigation.
You see
How's-
that these are genuine health potions, and they're marked from tier, and literally on the bottom of the bottle it says sell for no less than 200 apiece.
Oddly specific. All right. So how much is the pile, or how many are in the pile for 500?
Well, it would be 600 for them all, but I'll give you a $100 get discount for 500. It's all three of them.
All right, we'll throw it down.
Thank you. And you see that he only takes 4 and leaves 100 for you.
Wow. How nice.
Take
So
care
yeah,
now.
well,
That's the same fucking price I offered.
yeah, but
No, you offered
For
100.
one.
You offered 100.
For one,
100
which is
per-
what he paid.
No, he
100
paid,
apiece.
He paid more than
Oh,
that.
I guess he. Yeah, no, I guess you're right. He paid 133.
so I walk out and I see what's going on outside.
You see Damacles is fucking
Face
rubbing
down
his...
in the fucking dirt, bro. I'm face down in the dirt.
I,
I've not gotten up. I am struggling right now.
It's okay. I'm standing in a shadow, pouting
I
after my negotiation.
walk over to Damocles and set a health potion right by his head and say, "Do you need a health potion?"
Still face down in the dirt. No response.
Shall we?
yep, we shall. To the blacksmith we go.
I'll just meet you guys outside of town.
Oh, come on, Rico.
Fine.
Uh,
But I'm not walking within 100 yards of this guy.
And I hand both Rico and Quill the health potion.
You guys both receive a greater health potion. You, Rico, you, Quell, and you, Damocles.
Thanks, Stygius.
You're welcome.
That was awfully nice. Considering I couldn't talk my way out of anything right there.
It's all good. It's, he was a stubborn one.
Yeah, to say the least.
How do I?
Add to inventory.
Potion.
Potion of Health is what it's called, and you want to choose the greater. They're an uncommon.
Potion of healing.
Yes, uncommon, greater.
Okay.
All right, you guys wander your way over to the blacksmith. You see the blacksmith is outside. Looks like he's working on a weapon. His forge seems to be roaring. It seems his building's all back up, and he seems he has a couple more swords, and looks like he's got some shields, and he's got some more inventory in stock. He doesn't seem to notice you guys as you walk up, as he's banging away on his anvil. You see a small dwarven man, very built with a very bushy beard, working on a weapon. A sword, it seems.
Well, this is where I stay, you guys. Have fun looking at his inventory.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over there and ask him what he has in his inventory.
Ask away.
Hey, what do you have in your inventory?
Oh, let's see here. Good to see you again. Oh, I see you're cute. I see you brought your cute friend with you. He's standing way over there. Is he scared of me?
Nope.
No.
He just can't keep himself away.
Oh.
So he's got to stand back.
Ooh. We'll tell him I said hi. And he waves at you, Rico.
Oh,
Okay,
I will.
before you go on anymore with this creepy ass character, what does a greater health potion heal for?
Look it up.
Okay, well, God damn it. I figured I could just ask my dungeon master.
Okay, out of game, can I ask if there is any way I can work on my character to be able to use my psionic whispers ability to cause like psychic damage?
Like
I'm sure I can't do it right
4d4
now,
plus 4.
but like,
look at your character sheet because I don't know. You might have something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Look, and then if you don't,
I was just scrolling through it trying to see if there was a way I could cause.
You might look in the book too, because it might be something that you get later on.
No, it should show him what he can do as of now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, maybe that might be something he gets with, like, I don't know, his subclass later on.
Probably later down the line.
That he could look.
Yeah. I'll check it out. I was just curious because I would absolutely
I accidentally did a horrible thing.
It's a struggle. Well, let's see here. I have a couple shields. I have some +1 great swords, some +1 short swords. That's about all I got at the current moment. I do have I am working on some bows and some armor.
What kind of bows do you have?
Well,
or what are you working on?
Well, nothing special. I'm just trying to work on some long bows. That's all.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Is there something you want custom made?
Not at the moment. Thank you, though.
All right. How about you two? Looks to Damacles and Stygius.
Actually, how much for 5 metal plates, steel, about 6 inches across, 1/4 inch thick?
Well, I think I have about I could do that. How about 10 apiece? 10 gold apiece.
Sounds fair. Can I talk you down to 8, though?
Make a persuasion check.
If not,
I figure with your skills and mastery of the craft, this shouldn't be too difficult for you.
No, it won't. I'm a little low on materials at the current moment, but I mean, I'd do a special discount if I got to say hello to your friend back there.
I bet you would, but he's not on the table, unfortunately.
Oh, he was the last time he was here.
Well, he's not today.
I see. He's scared.
Out of game. Thank you, Stygius.
I'd have pawned him off.
I would have too. It's like a replica of Rico. Quill deals with this 24/7.
Thank goodness Stygius is a noble man.
How about you, big fella? What can I get you?
What could you do with this? And I set my pistol down on the counter in front of him.
Ooh, I haven't seen one of these before. What are you looking to do?
Well, I'm kind of new to the whole firearm thing, so I'd like it to be a little bit more accurate to account for my miscalculations.
It'd probably take me a couple days to work on, but I could probably do it.
Damn, I don't know if we have that kind of time. We're trying to leave pretty soon.
I mean, I could rush it, but it'll probably take me till tomorrow.
Is everybody else okay with that or no?
What's up to Stygius?
I was waiting on his persuasion check, too.
Stygius.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Womp womp. Yes, I suppose if you need to get better with that, don't want you accidentally shooting anyone's eyes out or killing anyone. I got a 17 on my roll, by the way.
He goes, I could do 8. I could do 8.
All right. Well, it's a deal then.
Perfect.
Suppose we'll come back tomorrow for that.
Perfect. I'll get all the materials ready for you. Now, big fella, to do something like that, it's going to cost a little bit. It's going to be about 50 gold.
That I am ready to pay, my friend.
All right. I mean, I'll do a discount to say hello to your friend back there.
50 gold's a pretty good amount for
But
me this
like,
time, my friend.
are we talking like a 50% discount?
I mean, I'd do it for 25.
Can I roll to see if I can hear any of their conversation?
I mean, your passive perception's nuts, and you can read lips, so yes, you understand 100% of this.
I would like to scream, absolutely not, you guys! I will pay the 50 gold if necessary.
I think I have to do it for 50
Nope,
gold.
He's
pretty angry back there.
I just had to torture
He
him.
walks over to you, Damacles, and he goes, I'll do it for 15.
What do you want?
As he twists his mustache.
Yeah, what do you want? Is the
Oh.
question.
I just want to give him a little peck on the cheek.
I am turning around and walking away at this moment.
I'm paying the 50 gold, man. I'm sorry. I can't.
All right.
I can't.
All right.
Yeah, I just removed it from my inventory.
Perfect. You hand him 50 gold, and you hand him the revolver.
Hell yeah.
Anything else you guys want to do? I mean, you have no clue where your horse is. But
he has a bell.
Well, you haven't heard the bell in a couple days because you remember you walked over to the ambush. You didn't ride him.
I thought he was at Ron's.
You thought.
Oh wait, yeah,
but you haven't checked on him.
But so he might be at Ron's.
And he hasn't had food or water. So.
But isn't there like a stable place at Ron's that he could?
Not at Ron's. There is a stable, but you guys didn't check him into the stable. You just tied
Well,
him
why would we
outside
do
of
that?
Ron's.
They'd take him back.
Take him back.
No, they would have held on to him for you.
Oops.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the day looking for my horse.
I'll help him.
Rico, Stygius, anything else?
I would like to, as like
Plus
everybody was walking back from the blacksmith, like towards me, reach in my pocket and pull out 75 gold and hand it to Damacles for not selling me.
Fat W.
Well, since we have some time, would anyone like to? Well, yes. So here's what I'm offering. We have some time before tomorrow, so before you go and check for the horse, I can apply some runes to somebody else's equipment.
How about the claws?
He can't carve divine smite.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Can I get the invisibility possibility added to my cloak?
Let me see on that 1 second here. I pull out my tome, a spell book, and flipping through some pages. Yes, I actually I should be able to do that. Um, I could probably get one more in before tomorrow. Does anybody else want anything?
What about like a chromatic orb on the claws?
That would certainly make them more volatile. I can't guarantee that, but um, it could have the potential to only have a certain number of uses before it destroys the claws themselves. So if you're willing to take the risk, I can do so.
I mean, yeah, might as well put them to use if we have them.
My question is, how the hell are you going to use those?
Okay, so listen, like those things people put on their cat's nails so they're not sharp?
They're not hollow, though. They're actual, like...
So I need to hollow them first, is what you're saying.
Well, wouldn't hollowing them take away the structural integrity of them?
Would it?
Yes. Yes, it
I
would.
feel like they have a very hard, shell, though.
They may have a hard shell.
And they would be hollow because,
would they?
any other claws, think about it like with dogs or cats. Unless dragons are the exception, just hear me out.
I know,
they have actual
claws...
blood vessels that fit, that are on the inside of their claws. So they would technically be somewhat hollow.
They would be hollow to an extent. You do have a point.
It would be more of a
that is
porous.
saying if in your world they would be similar. That is.
They are hollow to a certain point, but you were not that much bigger than this creature, and neither were your claws. You in your wolf form are a large creature, and this creature was only a little bit bigger than you.
I mean, I could walk underneath it.
What if you craft
By
like
crouching,
a gauntlet
you
with
were like
them?
you were like underneath it like this.
All right, fine, no claws, whatever.
I'm telling you, you can do it, but I am telling you that they will not be like physical claws. They'll be more like caps. So the structural integrity won't be as strong, and Stygius would know that. The more material you remove, the less structural strength it has.
What if I trim my claws?
How much damage are you willing to take?
Well, I'm not gonna cut off my freaking claws. I'm just saying, what if I trim them?
Trimming them will only get to a certain point, but then you have to, it's a trade-off.
There's no point where these are gonna fit on my claws and not be...
They may fit on the tip of your claws as is, but they won't you'll be walking weird. It'll be technically...
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna scrap the idea.
You could still do it. I'm telling you, you can. I'm just telling you, there is a consequence for certain things. If you were to hollow
paint
them
pink
out,
and make them like stick-on fingernails.
That's what I'm talking about, but he's saying they won't be, they won't work because they won't be structurally sound.
I'm not saying they'll be structurally sound up to a certain point with the rune. Like he said, the rune will eventually destroy them.
What if, hear me out, we took the claws and we made some sort of contraption that attaches to your tail, so you had this sharp club tail kind of thing that you could
Well, I was even thinking making a gauntlet so you could still have a weapon in your human form.
I don't know, let me think about it. We'll leave it for now.
In pondering through this as well, I almost hesitate to say. However, on claws, this could be something that would be fine, temporary, of course, but I have had practice carving runes into people as well, usually for medical purposes, but...
Usually?
Usually, yes.
Heads or tails, Cody?
Quill raises her eyebrows and drops him, like, like wiggles her eyebrows at you. Like, what are you talking about?
I'll go with tails. But I kind of have like this dark look over my face, and
It creeps to the back of your mind.
um,
Every time.
so yeah, I look. Rune carving is a dangerous process, as you've seen, but carving it on organic material is even that much more dangerous. However, if it's a sturdier material, such as something like claw or bone, you can it can hold the magic necessary fairly well. But it is dangerous, I won't lie.
I feel like we're running around the question, Stygius. Besides, for medicinal purposes, what have you carved on skin?
You hear the screaming in the back of your head.
Look, it was it's a dumb idea. Let me know if I can carve in the claws, but I'm not ready to talk about this yet.
Okay.
Well, aside from the weird, creepy skin magic that we're talking about here, what do you think you could do with that pistol after the blacksmith is done with it?
Well, I'd have to take a look at the design, and perhaps I could work on it along the trip. But yeah, I didn't get a good look at it beforehand. Let me look through my tome here, and I proceed to do so.
Dragon Milk, please sponsor us. Honest to God. This shit is the fucking bomb. Besides that,
Some good stuff, huh?
yeah, it's really good. It's like a mead ale type deal. It's really good.
Nice.
Barrel aged beer, golden ale. That's what I got. All right.
Perhaps carvings on the rounds themselves, or
If you want to make
I'll have to think on that.
Make a history check from watching, from trying to recall watching it being used in the battle, or from what you saw Damacles use it, and I can give you a little bit of insight.
I got a 17.
You notice that if you did it just right, you could probably carve on the chamber of the revolver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking of some idea like that. Yeah, we'll have to wait to get it in hand, but I can take a look at it on the road. How does that sound?
Sounds just fine to me.
All right. Well, I suppose I can get started on the cloak, and Quill, stop by a little later, and perhaps we can get yours done if you decide to go through with it.
Okay, thank you, Stygius.
Of course.
All right.
In that case, I need to go get some ingredients, but that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, so I will. Let's roll some initiative order, just to kind of get in order. So you have Rika. What are you doing?
Wandering around aimlessly.
You give Stygius your cloak and you're wandering around aimlessly. Okay, we will come back to that. You're going to be at the bottom. Quill, Damocles, you guys are looking for the horse, and Stygius, you're going to get ingredients and then carving.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to have Damocles and Quill roll a survival check for me. Stygius, what materials are you going and getting?
We're going to try and find a jeweler or a, like, mineable resource area in town. I'm looking for a diamond.
Okay, you go to you find actually at the market site in town, you find someone that's selling jewelry. It looks like they have a diamond. What cost of diamond are you looking for?
I need a 50 gold.
50 gold diamond? You're able to find that.
Okay. I'll throw some money down.
Damocles, Quill, what'd you guys roll?
Does that have to be both of us or just one
Both
of us?
of you. Unless you want to give him advantage on survival checks.
Let me give him advantage.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll again then. That's funny. 16.
16.
Yeah.
You go looking by Ron's. There is no horse. You follow some tracks, and it seems it's gone off into the woods. You do hear the faint sound of a bell in the distance, but you're not exactly sure. I'm going to need another roll from you guys.
All right, I'm giving you advantage again.
Okay, Stygius, what else are you getting?
The next one I'll need to go to an apothecary for.
Okay, you go to an apothecary. What are you getting from the apothecary?
It's a weird one. It's like an eyelash. Hold on. Yeah, an eyelash in gum Arabic.
You're able to get it. It'll cost you about probably 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
You get a surplus, I mind you. You get a surplus. So you have more than one.
Excellent. I'm good with that.
You have like a bundle of 25, I'll say, of each.
After that, I search for a nice tree to work under on the edge of town.
You're able to find a nice tree not too far from the tavern, where you see Quill and Damocles wandering around looking for this horse.
All right. I sit for a while and eat a snack watching them do this.
Hi, Stygius!
I just wave my hand.
Damocles, what'd you roll?
I haven't rolled yet. I was waiting. 28 with a nat 20.
Ooh, natural 20. You find where the tracks go, and it takes you guys probably about 3 hours to really find him. He traveled quite far. He got quite far away. But you do find the horse with the bell.
W. I'm gonna get on my horse and take him back to town. Maybe to the stables so he can get some food and drink.
All right. He looks quite plump. It looks like he's been eating for the last couple days.
Big W.
Rico, what in God's name are you doing? You're wandering around the streets.
I'm feeling like a little ambitious as I'm just kind of wandering around and looking for anybody that looks like they might have something of value in their pocket that I might be able to, I don't know, stumble into and pull out.
You see someone at the market. They go over to the jeweler's one, and it seems like they buy a couple diamonds. You're not sure the cost, but it looks like they bought a couple diamonds and a couple rubies and a couple sapphires in a little pouch.
I'd like to try to. Do they like hold it in their hand as they walk away, or do they put it in their pocket?
They put it in their pocket.
I'd like to try to casually walk up behind them and pickpocket the little bag out. I don't care about the other gems and stuff.
Okay, make a deception check to try to act nonchalant, and then make a sleight of hand for me. Stygius, how's it going on them carvings? After you've eaten your snack and watched them come back with the horse.
Yeah. After they do that, finish up with a snack, and I rid my mind of distractions. I begin first carving the rune for the. That's the only one. I start on the cloak. So on this cloak,
It is, by the way, it is a magical cloak already. It is a cloak. It is an elven cloak, is what it is.
Okay. Excellent. On this cloak, I need a sturdy spot to carve into. So I first examine the item,
You
finding the
find
best spot.
on the inside near the pouch that's still full of peanuts.
Excellent.
Why is the pouch still full of peanuts?
'Cause Rico-
I thought he was eating them.
He
was
was,
eating them.
but he stuffed his pocket in the pouch, and it's a deep pocket. It's not shallow by any means.
Pocket of unlimited peanuts.
Pocket peanut. I remove these peanuts gently on the ground.
You see about 100 of them fall out.
Jesus, that's a lot of peanuts. Then I flatten the robe out and take out my burin, set it to the side, have my tome set to another side, and then begin assembling the ingredients. So I pour a nice circle around the area of which I'm going to carve in salt, and then imbue it with a bit of power. And then I place the eyelashes directly in the center of where I'm going to start carving the rune.
Okay.
And I
So you
begin my
proceed
ritual.
proceed to carve the rune. Give me roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Quill and Damacles, you break back to the stable. It looks like it fills upon water, and you guys head back to the tavern. Rico, what'd you get?
A 16 for deception, and a nat 20 for my sleight of hand, plus 11, which is a 31.
Jesus fucking Christ! All right, you're able to snatch that right off that person.
Okay, then
As you walk away, you check the bag, and there is about 4 diamonds worth about 150 gold apiece. 3 rubies worth about 100 gold apiece, and 2 sapphires worth about 50 gold apiece.
hold on, let me get my calculator out really quick just so I know. Okay, so there are 3 rubies worth how much?
100 gold.
Okay. And then what?
2 sapphires worth 50 each.
Oh. Okay.
And then 4 diamonds worth 150 each.
Okay. Hell yeah. An extra 1,000 gold? I'll just add that straight to my inventory.
Stygius, what'd you get?
A 2.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's see. It seems to go fine, Stygius.
Okay. All right.
That is for good old Rico to figure out what it does.
All right.
Oh no.
Once I finish, I break the seal of the salt and brush it off. Brushing the salt onto the peanuts and then putting them back in the pocket.
Yep, perfect. Now
so
they
it
are
would, in
lightly.
theory, take significantly less peanuts to auto crit.
No, like I said, it would take about like 500 salted peanuts to do an
So
auto
they have
crit.
more salt now.
They weren't salted in the first place. They were plain.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, they were. You can go back. They were fucking plain.
You're gay.
Sucks to suck.
You hit me for 34 damage with a fucking door, okay? I can be as angry as I want.
Yeah, you can be as angry as you want. All right. It's not going to get you very far. All right. You guys all meet back at the tavern. Anything else you guys want to do?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Other than get my cloak back from Stygius.
Yeah, we meet back up, I assume, at the tavern, and throw my cloak at or throw Rico's cloak back at him, and say, or no, I just hand it over. Here's your cloak. I believe the process went well. And I lean down and I kind of whisper. I say, "And all your nuts are intact."
Oh, well, thank you. I honestly had forgotten about those, but thank goodness now I can make some squirrel friends.
There were a few watching as I was working on this. So, you may be in luck.
Oh, goody. Could you point me in the right direction?
Yes, just out of town that way.
Okay, good. I'll make sure to come back by after we visit with your parents.
Of course.
This is really fun for me. Rico, as you put back on the cloak and you spend the time to attune to it, you now have at least once a day you can cast invisibility on yourself.
Yes!
But
I was waiting for it.
Oh, no.
But Rico wouldn't know this. I'm just having this for you because I want you to put this in your notes. Every time you cast it, anytime you walk, you have disadvantage on stealth checks instead of advantage because it makes a loud shouting noise every time it's activated.
Oh, no.
It screams, "Oh!" every time it is activated. And for the duration, which is an hour, I mind you. Anytime you move while you are invisible, it screams.
You just make that shit up?
No, it's called magical item quirks, and one of them is literally loud, and I rolled a 5.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. You
I was
don't
like,
know
dude,
that,
if you made
Rico.
that shit up, props to you.
You don't know that, Rico, but just and I will remember this too, every time you use it, and play like you don't know what it does. I just thought I would be nice and tell you. It also does something else, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. That's a surprise.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry, Hunter.
By the way, Cody,
If this
that
son of a
too-
bitch goes boom when I start walking,
that too,
and like
I had to roll
explodes.
3 of these, by the way.
Rough.
Damn. See, I just needed to wait until I get to level 13, and then I can cast Psychic Veil and mask myself.
Level 13, Jesus.
Well, it can't come soon enough, I suppose.
Okay, cool. All right. You guys go to bed. Is there anything else? Or are we going to go to the travel time now? After you pick up your shit in the morning.
I think other than having Stygius look at my gun, I don't think so.
All right. And he can do that on the travel time as well.
Perfect.
All right, you guys
Well,
wake up the next morning. You guys get the gun. You guys get food. You guys get beer, and you guys are on your way. Is there anything before we roll for travel that wants to be said or done?
I suppose I did forget to ask, so kind of a brief rewind if possible. But
Go ahead.
Quill, did you decide if you wanted yours worked on?
Let's hold off for now.
All right. Offer always stands for any of you, so it's just it comes with the risk. All right, now I'm good.
Thanks, Stygius.
All right, you guys go get the pistol. Hunter, you now have a +1 revolver. You can add that to your inventory. Get rid of the pistol and add +1 revolver.
Okay.
And if there's nothing else other than having him look on it at downtime, we can start the first day of travel. I need someone, and this time I'm doing it differently. It's not just one person has to roll the survival check. It's one person, one different person each time has to roll it. So which one of you four is going to roll it for the first day of travel?
I can start.
You're going to start. Okay.
A nat 20, baby.
A natural 20. Okay.
With a +5, so 25.
25. Jesus, what a fucking way to start.
Ooh, would his or is my revolver roll gonna be separate from the survival rolls?
What do you mean?
Or is the survival roll base? So you said I had to take like downtime to fuck with the revolver to get proficient.
Yeah, that's something different.
Okay.
That's something different. Something entirely different. All right, well, you guys pick up pretty good pace. The weather is nice and clear. You guys don't seem to come across any major bumps in the road. As you guys are traveling, though, you guys, Rico, with your nuts passive perception, you do see a satchel on the side of the road.
Ooh. I'd like to pick it up.
As you pick it up, it feels light. Doesn't feel like anything's really in it, but
Well, might as well find out.
as you open it, you see that there is... Hold on, let me find this real quick. Sorry. Where are you? There they are. You see a pair of silken black arm wraps imbued with golden threads. Runes of the same golden threads run the length of each of the wraps. Inscribing along these runes are repeated motes of runes. And there's about 96 different runes between the pair.
Holy cow.
These look to be arm wraps.
Would I know anything about anything with them?
You know, arm wraps, you would know just simple arm wraps are used for hand-to-hand combat to help brace your knuckles and fists.
But I wouldn't recognize any of the...
Nope, you would have to make an Arcana check.
Well, why not? Just in case.
Are you going to show... Because you could have help if you show this to the rest of the group.
Yeah, well, I'm going to, but I was just curious what I knew. I rolled an 11, so...
You're unable to determine what these are?
Yeah. I'd like to show them to Stygius and be like, "Whoa, Stygius, look at what I found! These are right up your alley! Rune Nation!"
Yes, I do believe you're quite right. You mind if I take a look at those?
Yeah, here you go.
Make either investigation or arcana check for me.
A 22.
You notice that these do have some magical presence to them, and you notice that these aren't like arm wraps like for magic casting. These are like what monks use in temples that you know to hit things and punch things. And it looks like Damocles has some very like cloth. It's very torn on his knuckles, arm wraps already on him.
Ah. Well, fine find, but I do believe that they'd probably go along with Damocles' skills. You see these wraps he's wearing? Damocles, do these look similar to yours?
No, those look far nicer than my fucking wraps right now.
Well, I suppose find his keepers, but up to you, Rico, if you'd like to share or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
If
toss him over to Damocles then.
I prefer not to get my hands too terribly dirty.
Damocles,
If you haven't noticed.
as these touch your hands, these feel like they're nice. They almost feel silk. Like they almost feel like silk. And they're very beautifully with this very gold thread and all these fancy runes. Do you put them on? And do you attune to them on your travels?
I do put them on, and I would like to say to the party, do these make my ass look fat?
What thing are you willing to get rid of to attune to these? Your ring of protection is probably like the least thing on your list because these are a rare item as well. Sorry, very rare. Very rare item.
Oh, very rare. Oh. But that ring of protection gives me a +1 bonus to armor class.
I know, but if you remove your belts of fire giant strength, it drops your strength back down to 20 instead of 25.
I know.
Or you could get rid of your cloaked displacement, which keeps people from hitting you easily. Everyone gets disadvantage on attacks until they hit you, and then on your next turn it resets.
Damn. Yeah, we'll probably pull the ring of protection then.
Ring of protection. Okay, I will pull that off, and I will add these to your inventory. Oh, I guess you don't have to. Oh, wait, do you? Yes, you do. Okay. Do you attune to them on your way?
Yes.
As you attune to them, you feel that they bolster your strikes. Your strikes are now classified as magical strikes. Your unarmed strikes have a +1 bonus to attacks and damage rolls. Additionally, they are considered magic for the purpose of overcoming resistance. While attuned to these wraps, your unarmed strikes increase in power the greater the number of blows landed. When you land 2 or more unarmed strikes against a creature or creatures on your turn, the damage increases by 1d4 for every blow beyond the first one. The bonus lasts until you miss an attack or your turn passes without having dealt damage with an unarmed strike.
You don't wanna read the rest of that, Cam?
Nope, you attune to them.
Okay.
That is for you to know, and you now have to. And by the way, I'm going to change that up just a tiny bit.
Okay.
I will tell you when to roll for said thing.
Okay.
Because it says make that DC 17, but
Yeah.
don't worry about that. I will tell you when that will come into play.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Other than that, your guys' day of travel goes by just fine. You guys actually make up a half a day of travel. You guys find a nice spot to camp. Is there anything that wants to be done during downtime?
I want to get with the sickness.
Get down with the sickness.
Well, since there's a possibility that we have bounty hunter on us, take usual watches, but perhaps we set up some warnings around us. Does anybody have a set of bells or tripwires, perhaps?
I have 50 feet of silk rope.
I do have a
No,
bell.
you used that. It was cut.
I used all of it?
Yeah, you used all of it. Remember, you had to use all of it to get across
Oh.
that span. of
Oh,
the
yeah,
road.
you're right. It was still in my inventory. Sorry. I just removed it.
Perfect.
I do also have rope, though. Rope and a bell.
All right.
It's at least one, but
Well, perhaps we can at least set up one spot.
I'd like to survey the area and see if there's where the best spot would be.
Make an investigation check.
God damn it. 7.
You think there's very minimal trees where you guys have there's trees on the side closest to the roads. You guys have good cover. You think putting it right where you guys walk through would be the best place to do it.
Stygius, what do you think about right over here where we came through?
That looks perfect. Go for it.
I'd like to go ahead and set up the tripwire with the bell.
All right. Set it up. Is there anything else that wants to be done?
I think we should. This is a good stopping point as we long rest.
Good with that.
We want to stop right here, or do we want to get through at least the travel and get to at least the last day of travel right before you guys get to the outpost of Malar?
It doesn't really matter to me too much.
All it's going to take is 3 more survival rolls.
With the potential of things happening in between that, or just these rules?
Minimal.
I'm ready to stop right here. I'm not feeling very good.
Yep.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
You guys want
It
to
doesn't
stop right
matter
here?
to me.
Yep.
All right. As you guys settle down, is there anything, Damacles, you wanted to have Stygius look at your gun?
Yeah, I wanted to see if he could put any runes on there.
Okay, Stygius, he hands you the gun.
Okay.
You see that you could probably put some sort of spell on the chamber. And while you're on watch, you could do so.
I'll hold off for now, but
You're going to hold off for now. Okay.
yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, let's hold that thought.
Okay, we will hold that thought.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing else that wants to be done. We'll end it right here. We'll stop on the day of travel to the Malar outpost, where we will begin the rest of our 3 days. Actually, 2.5 days, because you guys made up some time.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining, and thank you all for watching. This is a shorter one, but hopefully we can have some longer ones to come. Right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right.
See.
Well, thank you for all for watching. Thank you to my players. Share this and rate our podcast if you could. We're trying to make this grow. See y'all in the next one.
Toodaloo.
Bye.